this is Spanish Bottom. My trail goes this way and zigzags up and then goes up a little draw up there to the top. About 1,000 foot, 1,200 feet, I think, elevation gain. I think I'm about 2/3 of the way up. And man, it is steep. You can see a boat on the river. This is the Colorado River. The confluence is just about a half a mile around the bend. All right, view across the river, that is the Needles district of Canyonlands. And this is the view at the top. Back into the fins, I think. Spectacular. I think I'm going to be doing a lot of up and down this week, but absolutely amazing. Pretty cool. A little bit tired. That was brutal. It took me an hour to get up to this spot from the river, which is really the top. But it was a cool hike. You definitely go pretty much straight up. Yeah, it was cool. Good time. I'm at the top of the Dollhouse, and I just wanted to show perspective of like how tall some of this stuff is. It's crazy. Everything's just a much bigger scale than I thought. Very beautiful. Absolutely amazing. All right. Well, I think I need to start heading kind of north. Get into Water Canyon. Okay, this is me. this is called Beehive Arch because the rock is sort of shaped like a beehive. That's very cool. We're just walking in this wash here. Look at this piece of chert. It looks like it's been worked. Alright, well, you're supposed to leave things where you found them. Lots of up and down, but it's all very different. The terrain changes very rapidly, like from minute to minute. Have a look at this. Wow, it's pretty amazing. Wow. Just kind of walking along this ledge here. I've been up on the slick rock for the last 10 minutes or so, and all around me is signs of like chert that's been worked, like flakes, and there's just like chert all over the place. Like, I guess it's like a naturally occurring in this area, but it's just like flakes all over the place. So it looks like they maybe made tools and stuff here. And then the other cool thing is that there are a lot of these big cracks in the rocks. And I actually have to go down this way because this is where the trail goes. But really cool. I go this way. I've been looking for water and I have not found any. There's no, all the potholes are empty, and all the washes seem to be empty too. So I'm hoping that I don't have any issues in Water Canyon. I think there's permanent water there. But as soon as I get there and find some water, I'm gonna chug some of the water I got. Pretty cool. All right, well, we went right through the tooth. It's a lot warmer than I thought it was going to be. They said mid-80s, but it feels like maybe it's at least 90. I don't know. There's a breeze, which definitely helps cool things off, but it's quite a bit warmer than I thought it was going to be. This is the first views of Water Canyon. Look at all those trees. Alright, just about all the way to the bottom. So I can not fall over. Definitely ready for something to eat. The only thing I ate today was a Clif Bar. And it's 3:15, so I'm not doing very good about eating so far. I need to drink more water, but I want to make sure I can find water down here before I go too crazy, because I may need to hike out and go find water someplace else. Pretty awesome. I'm here at the waterfall, and if I'm going to find water, it's going to be here. This is the place for water. So, fingers crossed. I mean, it looks very green. A lot of growth. But I see water down there. That's a good sign. Good, good, good. Okay, awesome. I think I'm just gonna head down, keep heading downstream toward the river, because I think the lower you go, the easier it is to find water. So all the pockets of water that are normally here, I guess, are just completely dry. Not even like damp. All right. Well, that was a good day. I hiked about a little over 8.5 miles to get to where I am now. That includes like a little bit of walking up and down the canyon. I got my water bag full of 4 liters plus about 5.5 liters of water, so I'm definitely set there. It's like absolutely beautiful here. I think, like I said earlier, the favorite part of my hike so far is the first probably the first 2/3 of the day. It was good. This spot is good. It's not as sheltered as I would like. And there's a little bit of sand around, but I'm just trying to minimize how much I walk around. And I'll pitch my tent facing into the wind, so hopefully it's not too noisy. Right now it's real calm. It's not too windy. It's starting to cloud up to the west. I got about an hour until sundown, I think. So I'm just gonna get some dinner cooking, and while it's reconstituting, I'm gonna pitch the tent and probably call it a night. All right. Good morning. It's about 7 o'clock. I slept pretty good last night. I heard some owls. I thought it was a dog barking, but then I figured out it was really an owl. When it first started, it sounded like a dog. And then it sounded like an owl. I slept okay. I woke up a couple hours after I went to bed, and my knee really hurt. So I took some ibuprofen, and that did the trick until it kind of started to wear off. So I'll probably take some more this morning. But I think tonight I'll remember to take some before I go to bed. All right, I decided to hike up Water Canyon, heading kind of southeast, I think. So my campsite's just right around the corner that way. I came up this little draw, and there's a real primitive route that I've been following. And I'm just going to head kind of right up here and follow this drainage up and see where it takes me. It's been a good morning so far. Just making my way up here. I had breakfast. I left the camp kind of set up. Took everything out of my pack that I thought that I wouldn't need for the day. And lightened my load up. Just following this drainage up. Looks like there's a way out up there. But I think I'm going to also follow it up this way and see where that takes me. This slick rock's real pretty. That looks worthwhile. I think I'm going to go up and check that out. Alright, so I scrambled up, and you can kind of see I scrambled up this little crack here, and it looks like maybe it was used for shelter at one point, but not really too much up here. I don't see any. The rock is real soft, so I don't see any carvings or anything, but you can see where there's maybe some water coming down. And then this Tofoni is really, really cool. This whole thing is kind of modeled with it. All right, well, I'm going to scramble back down, grab my pack, and it looks like this pour-off is not passable unless I can get up around the left, or maybe go up this little ravine here and go up. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try and go up that way and see where that takes me. See if I can get out up on top there. Really pretty this morning. Whew. All right, well, I'm going to scramble up here. I think I'm going to go up this way, over onto that, over and up that way. But I think to do that, I need to put the camera down. So I'm going to do that. This thing is really cool. No tracks going in and out of there, so I don't think any animals live in there. But pretty cool. All right, I'm still working my way up. You can see some really fantastic views up here. This is that crack that I was looking into. It looks like it keeps going back up into here. A couple of trees growing out of it. Go hop my way across this thing. some really interesting patterns in the cryptosoil. Must be eroded. It's really pretty up here. Hiking is easy, especially since I took pretty much everything out of my pack. Whew. So what's in front of me? Wow. Pretty amazing. Bunch of chert. Whole bunch of it here. You can see it's looks like it's naturally occurring. Looks like there's a layer of it here, probably formed by deposition. Pretty amazing. All these potholes are dry. And there's an arch over there. See it? And a bunch of those hoodoos. I could see those hoodoos from my camp. So I think my camp is just kind of around and down. There's probably a route down into this canyon, but I don't know where it comes out, and I want to be going the other way, so I think I'm just going to make my way back down where I came from. But really, really cool. This was a real treat. I'm glad I came up here. There's a little arch. I guess it's technically, I don't know, maybe not an arch. It looks like it's a couple of hoodoos that the formation underneath is eroded. All right, well, I came up over there, kind of by those hoodoos, and then I went through and worked my way around out to the point over there, and then I came back, and then I just kind of worked my way around this ledge up to here, and it looks like it curves around. I pulled out my map and looked at it, and the route that I went up yesterday, I thought it was further that way, but it's not. It's actually right up along the bottom of this set of cliffs here. And so this canyon here actually feeds down and feeds into it and connects kind of down in here somewhere, you can see, and then it goes back up that way. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down and maybe work my way around this ledge all the way around over there. And then that formation right there is where I came in yesterday. So I dropped down into this canyon, just kind of right up there. Right up there. So I'm just going to see if I can work my way around this ledge and then exit the canyon and then go out that way to the overlook. So, and it looks like maybe I just cliffed myself out. I gotta go down. Yeah, I think I'll go down this way. Down and then back up over there. Alright, well, I came up to another pass. I keep clipping myself out. I'm trying to work my way around this bench, so I think I'm going to drop back down and try and go across that crack there. And so a lot of route finding. You know, I could probably go across here and just, you know, there's some exposure here and keep going, but I think that I'm going to keep hitting these big joints all the way around. So maybe staying lower will be more fruitful. So all right, this is absolutely spectacular. All right, well, I've come about as far as I can on that ledge, so I think I'm just gonna kind of drop down and stay on the slick rock over there. These walls are pretty tall. I like this section. Definitely having a good time. It's really pretty. I feel like I just keep saying the same things over and over, but it's pretty awesome. This is pretty amazing. Like, this is what I see. So, and then this is the top of Water Canyon. So I think what I found is just like an alternate route, because this way you just kind of drop down, and this is Water Canyon. So follow it down, and that's where the waterfall is. Where my camp is, you can see the hoodoos over there that I can see kind of across. You can see the white rim over there across the way. You can see the continuation on top of some of these bluffs here. And I'm just going to work my way up the drainage and work myself out of Water Canyon. Like right on the other side of that is a natural arch, a very big one, and I never seen it on any maps, but it's visible on the 3D version of Google Earth. And so I think that there's a way to walk kind of down around the end of this and then up on the other side to get a view of it. But yeah, so I'm going to see if I can make my way over there. But I need to find like some drainage or something to walk up, because I don't want to trample. I've tried a couple of canyons to try and work my way over to that arch, and they all kind of dead end, like really high bluffs. So I got one last one that I'm going to try. That I go through this crack and then go right up on the other side of these fins. I think these hoodoos up here are the ones that I saw from the other side. And there's the arch. I don't know if you can see it, but that's it right there. I actually found it. And then if you look on top, there's the two hoodoos that are that's pretty cool. I don't, that arch doesn't show up on any maps, but it's definitely there. I'm going to take a picture with my other camera. I'll keep hiking up closer to get some better pictures. Here's another view of the arch. Here. All right, well, I found my way up to the arch, and I was trying to get closer, but there's not an easy way for me to do so without trampling across some of the cryptobiotic soil. So I don't, I think I'm gonna just call good how close I got. And you can see there's the arch right there behind me. It's very cool. Like I said, it's not on any maps. It's not labeled. I'm sure people know it's here. But I just found it on Google Earth and marked it and kind of navigated myself here to check it out. It's very cool. So now I'm just kind of working my way back down this drainage to where it crosses the trail, and then I'll get on the trail and head out to the Confluence Overlook. Alright, so this is the junction. That way it goes to Water Canyon. That way. And then this way goes out to the overlook. So I think I'm going to do that. Head this way. Alright, well, I made it out quite a ways. This stuff I think is going to be a little too sketchy. There's a lot of places where you have to jump across really deep cracks in the rocks, and it's a little sketchy. So, and it looks like it gets worse out that way. But you can see behind me here, that's where the confluence of the Colorado and the Green River is at. So I think my battery's just about dead, so I'm going to sign off and head back to camp. Came back today and my tent was all full of sand, so I had to collapse the vestibules, and I used some of my water to wet down the ground outside the tent to try and bind the dirt back together, because sleeping in a tent full of sand is no fun, I gotta tell you. But it was a really fun day. I think I hiked about 6 or 7 miles. I have to look at the GPS, but not a big day, but it was definitely a lot of fun. Good time. So tomorrow I'm going to get up, pack up camp, and then head up. I'm going to go over here and go up Shot Canyon and go towards Chimney Rock, up Shot Canyon, and then kind of skirt around the base of Jasper Canyon and then go out the Jasper Ridge Trail and then drop in at the lower end of Horse Canyon. This is what it's like when it's windy out. Yeah, it like blew all night. Super windy, just like now. Thought I was going to blow the tent over. I had to get up once and kind of restake everything to get it done. It's so windy I was not able to cook this morning, so I just had some cold coffee and Pop-Tarts. It's fine. Right now I'm just trying to get all my stuff packed up, and so I have all my stuff with me in the tent, and then the tent I'll pack last, and it just goes on top of the pack. So it's super dirty in here. But yeah. All right, good morning. I hope my windscreen is going to work. I'm all packed up. You can see the world's second dustiest campsite. This dirt is like powder, and so when you step on it, it breaks it all up, and just dust blows everywhere. So I ended up dumping out all my water on the ground, Mexico style, to keep the dust down last night. It worked, but now I just need to stop and filter water on my way out. So that's what I'm going to do. It is Sunday morning. It's really windy, and I woke up about 2 o'clock in the morning. It was just so noisy, so loud. My whole tent was shaking. A couple of the stakes pulled out, and so the tent was like laying down on top of me. So I just kind of fought that, and then I got up at one point and kind of restaked everything, put big rocks on top of it, and that helped. And then I put earplugs in. The earplugs that I got, those things are awesome, fantastic. So I think from now on, I'm just gonna put those in before I go to bed. But yeah, so I'm gonna get on the road. I got a long day, about 10 miles, I think. I'm gonna hike through this draw here, up, and then across that saddle over there into Shot Canyon, and then I'll hike up Shot Canyon towards Chimney Rock. And then at Chimney Rock, I turn and go along Jasper Ridge all the way to the north end of Horse Canyon, and then I will drop into Horse Canyon in one of the side fingers of the canyon at the very north end. So my water stop is the Maze Overlook. There's a spring there at the base, so I'm going to get enough water to get me there and get going. I ate a bunch of food, so I ate some of my food weight down. I just picked things to eat based on what was heaviest. I was just trying to get rid of weight out of my pack. So I feel good. I'm feeling good this morning. Just need to get going. Looks like this juniper didn't make it. All right, that was fun. This canyon's really pretty. It's really different than Water Canyon. Water Canyon was very grassy, kind of flat. This one is, it's been kind of scoured out. Right, that's where I came from. I just kind of scrambled up this scree pile here, up onto this ledge, and then kind of came around and came up to where I'm at now. You can see off in the distance the Island in the Sky district. And I am just about out of Shot Canyon. All right, there's Chimney Rock. So this is the land of standing rocks, going that way. There's a laterite butte. You can see this is Jasper Canyon, a bunch of archers. And then just right up over the draw there, you can see the chocolate drops. And so that's kind of where I'm going to be camping tonight. But what I'm going to do is work my way around the mouth of this canyon and then out along that ridge all the way towards, that's Pete's Mesa. And as soon as I get about to the base of it, then I'm going to drop down into Horse Canyon and then kind of go over toward the chocolate drops. found a place to stop, and I cooked up some ramen. I'm just waiting for the noodles to get soft. And watching the clouds. Doesn't look too bad that way, but behind me it looks pretty interesting. Alright, this is Horse Canyon. Well, I think that this is a good indicator that you have reached the end of the road. Certainly could keep going to Pete's Mesa if you wanted to, and there's a route that'll get you up there. But this is pretty obvious to me, and I can see Cairns down there. The trail goes down, so this is my route. I'm just going to follow it down and go into the canyon. That was super easy. I guess it was much easier than I thought it was going to be, so no worries. Now I just got to drop down in the canyon and make my way to the spring. All right, that's the way down. Guess I'm gonna go kind of drop down the drainage, and then there's a scree field down there. I've seen a couple of places like here where there is water coming out of the rocks, but I don't see any water pooled up anywhere. So it just must be like a little seep that is not producing. There's a couple of them. I saw one over there too. Kind of this whole level looks like it. But I'll keep it going down. Looks like a stair assist to get out of here. That's pretty funny. Looks like they grab onto the stick and head on down. So guess I'll do that. This is funny. Well, I'm glad we're not going up this, but I suspect when I go out, I will be climbing up something similar. This is where I am. Pretty cool. Garter snake. So check this out. There's that canyon. This is the one that I came from. There's one that goes that way. There's one that goes that way, and this way. All right, there's the chocolate drops up there. Crazy formation. I think the spring is supposed to be up here. I think normally this would be having some water run in it, but it is dry. Dry, dry, dry. Okay. Well, I'm almost there because the Maze Overlook is up there. And so the spring should just be kind of around the bend. All right, here's the spring. I just filled up all my water, and it only shows itself above water here for just down to that corner, and that's it. This is it. Well, I found this cool little alcove where I think I'm going to camp tonight. It's just kind of right up here. The spring is right over there, and I'm in for the night, so I think I'll just stay here. Okay, I'm off. This was my camp last night. I just set up the tent there. The wind was kind of coming from that direction, so it was good. Didn't get any wind all night. Somebody was walking around here barefooted. Wasn't me. All right, go over here, take a look at my campsite. There it is. Looks like a little tagine. It's a good spot though. Kept me warm. It wasn't dirty. I like it. It's really pretty. It's really pretty down here. Sometimes you walk around in these canyons and it seems like no one's been here except for all the footprints, which are pretty recent. And then you look up and you see something like this. This is just a huge alcove. Look at that. So I just spotted a bighorn sheep. I don't know if you can see kind of where that little outcropping is, like right at the bottom of it. Kind of straight up that way. And I figure if I'm seeing sheep, there must be water. I can see him moving. Just trying to get behind the bush. So supposedly I'm really close to the spring. All right, well, I'm walking on the slick rock, trying to get up here. I'm going to try and camp right up here tonight. The spring is right down there. There's another pocket right over there. I'm just going to go up into this draw and see if I can get closer to the source. There was a bighorn sheep over here watching me. You can see it right down there as I move away. It's coming in to get a drink. Do a little tour of this area. So the way I came up that canyon around here. And then right over here, I spotted a bighorn sheep. And it didn't spook. And so I figured I was getting close to water because it didn't just immediately take off. I think he was waiting for me to pass, and sure enough, when I came up onto this ridge here, it moved in to the spring, which is right down there. You can see where those 3 pieces of flagstone or sandstone are laying down. The spring is just right behind that, and I think actually the spring is up in here, and it kind of comes down, and so I'm going to go look up there later. And then the way out is this direction, I believe. And then if you come over here, there are 2 more canyons. You can see the cottonwood down there. It was a good day. So this morning I started at, I camped near the spring at the bottom of, it's close to the Maze Overlook. And I left about 9 o'clock in the morning. It was, kind of a slow morning. And hiked, I think the total distance I hiked was about 8 miles, 7 or 8 miles. Down this leg of Horse Canyon comes out. You can follow it south all the way, and it comes out between the Plug and Lizard Rock. And it was really pretty, really dry. You could see a lot of places where there should be water, but there's not water. It's all dried up. A lot of petroglyphs, rock carvings, just beautiful, beautiful country. So I got here around 3 and checked out the spring. I tried to see if I could find a better place to get water, but the place where I got water, the water is actually good and it's very cold. So I was super happy about that. So I'm going to fill up in the morning and top everything off before I go. All right. Well, it's morning of my last day. It's Tuesday morning. And I woke up just to
a beautiful morning. I slept last night with the without the rain fly on. It was not supposed to be windy or rainy, and it was just spectacular. Like every time I woke up, I looked at the stars. I could see Orion kind of moving across the southern sky. So I'm just gonna hang out here this morning and make some coffee and kind of piddle around. I thought about maybe going to see if I could scramble up this scree field over there to see. There's a pour off up there. I'm not sure that I can get above the pour off, but I figured it would, at least give me something to do this morning.
I think I'm just going to go down and go kind of right up this to that point, and then go up behind the tree, and then kind of go up underneath. All right, well, I made it about halfway up. You can see my camp across the way. I just been kind of scrambling up this. Lots of hands and feet. I'm just going to go up this crack here. That looks like the easiest way. And then I can just kind of get on these boulders and go around here and then go right up the chute there. All right, well, down there's the crack I came up through. Just been kind of scrambling up this. You can see camp over there. And I think I'm about 2/3 of the way to the top. I may be able to go to where that rock is in the drainage, go up to the left, and go up out that way. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to keep going. And I feel like I've come this far. I'm kind of committed to it. So. Slick rock. I'm just going to go straight across here. Alright, made it up to here. And I can definitely get up on top. But I definitely need to use my hands as well as my feet. It's very slippery and need to distribute the weight. So I'm just going to go up here. I'm almost to the top. I think I'm 3/4 of the way to the top. I think I'm just going to go right up there and avoid all this. So we'll see. The vegetation looks very different up here. But it's very pretty, very cool. I'm very curious to see what I see up on top. All right, I'm up. I came up this kind of came that way, down, and then down around that pour off, and then kind of around to the side. But where I'm camped is over there. This is actually a cairn route. So I didn't see any human footprints, only sheep footprints. So, but that's definitely a cairn mark in the route. You can see chocolate drops. Okay, so I looked at the map and figured out what this is. This is, that is the Chocolate Drops Trail behind me. It goes out along the ridge that the chocolate drops are on. You can go out all the way to the end. Now, I read that there is a route that's hard to find to get you down into Horse Canyon, and this is it. But, you know, I did the easy thing. I found the way up from the spring. But the route is like, there's one cairn there, and I'm not seeing any other cairns. So I'm just assuming that, see, these are the chocolate drops. There's another one here. So the trail goes out kind of along there. And this is the way if you wanted to drop down into Horse Canyon from the Chocolate Drops Trail. There's the plug. Lizard Rock is just kind of behind this formation here, but I'm going to go up the canyon and come out in between the two. So you can see I don't have that far to go. It's not much more in the canyon. This is where the spring is. Right down there you can see the trees. And then if you look across there, you can see that's where my pack is. Way over there. And I just came up this scree pile and came up that drainage. And then up on top here. And you can see the chocolate drops, you can see the plug. And I'm gonna head back down now. It's 9:30, so you know, I need to probably get going, but just wanted to capture this one shot before I headed down. All right, I'm back down. I have packed everything up and moved down. I got the water thing filled, and it's good to go. So this has to get me through. I have 3, 4, 8 liters total to get me through today and tonight into tomorrow morning. So I'm just gonna hike up here, hike up out of the canyon, and just get on the road. The road hiking, I think, is gonna be pretty boring. It's all maidenhair fern. Oh, cool. You can tell there's a seep here. But I would not have expected to see maidenhair fern in the desert. Very cool. There's the Cairn Trail. Looks like it heads up here. So this is my route out of the canyon. From here on out, it's going to be hot. I just came up this canyon, worked my way up this talus, scree, whatever. And I've just been kind of climbing these ledges. Probably work my way around. And I think the exit is either over there or it's up right here. Probably that one. So I'll just kind of walk this ledge around and then go up there, out. Still kind of ledging myself around, following this ledge, and then alternately going up and dropping down. But you can see there's the plug. So I'm just about at the mouth of the canyon. think I'm almost out of tape. A couple minutes left. But I made it out. I made it out of the maze.